This satellite image is of Australia from the Himawari 8 satellite. Now this is being viewed from the Australian Government Bureau of Meteorology website. There's our lovely continent of Australia. And this is NearMap, a very accurate map of pretty much anywhere in the world. You can zoom right in, zoom out, see almost number plates of cars. Now if you compare it to the Himawari from the Australian government, they are pretty much the same, which is good to see. As this NearMap, you can zoom right in. So it should be quite accurate. So this is Sydney here. Sydney Airport. There's some lovely people about to take off from Sydney Airport. Just showing you the quality of this NearMap viewer. Zoom right in. That's pretty much as far as you're going to go. Now this gets taken periodically throughout the weeks, months. And usually it says when the last, if you search Sydney, it'll tell you the latest photo, time and date. It says up there 15th of April. So that's pretty recent. So I'll zoom back out. And obviously you can go through the whole of wherever you live and line it up to see if it all lines up. And I have multiple times. So this is kind of what our continent looks like. Now we'll go back to the Himawari. That's from the Australian government using the Himawari satellite. So it's pretty much the same. Now let's look at the official Himawari website. This is of the same time, same date, 9:10 on the 27th of the 4th, 2018. Same as this from the Australian government. Now what I want to point out is how different this view of the official Himawari website is from the Australian government website. Now if you look at Tasmania, the very bottom of Australia, that island, look at it here. It's been compressed due to the curve of the Earth. It's quite elongated there on a nice flat map of how Tasmania really looks down the bottom. And you see it here. That's not how Tasmania looks. And you go up the top of Australia and compare them images. It doesn't really matter about the size, it's more of the shape. And you look at South Australia for those of who knows where South Australia is, boundaries. So it's pretty much in the middle on the bottom, South Australia. And that peninsula down the bottom is quite fatter on this official Himawari website compared to the Australian government website. So I'd like to know, how is it that they get from this image of the official Himawari satellite to this image? Because the cloud formations have to be rendered differently to make it onto a flat map like this. And I'll be going off this view because this is what Nearmaps says, and people pay a lot of money for this Nearmaps. Not that it couldn't be wrong, but this lines up better with the Australian government than the official Himawari. If you zoom out, it's got the actual shape of the Earth. That's beautiful, isn't it? Nice globe. Go through the latest animation. Now this is of the official Himawari satellite. That's the animation. And this is the animation from the Australian government using the Himawari satellite, which is in far more detail, somehow, using the same satellite. Isn't that beautiful? You can see that Terminator line going across Australia. You can see the cloud formations. Now go back to the Himawari, official Himawari. That's as far as I can zoom in. I can't zoom in anymore. And you can't see the clouds over Australia until now, about 7 o'clock, which gives us only about a couple of frames to actually compare the clouds to. That's what I'd like to do now, compare the clouds. So we go back to 9:10, which is the most up to date. You can see the cloud formations have been stretched on this official Himawari viewing to fit the globe. If you go back, so this is 9 o'clock, this is 10 to 9, 20 to 9, go back on here, 20 to 9, they are similar, but they are not the same. And it's all to do with the shape, whether it's flat, like this. Notice you can't see anywhere other than Australia and Papua New Guinea and New Zealand. That's as far as the Australian government lets you view. But we can zoom in. So it's round about Sydney, round about over there. This is the official Himawari. So this image is 8:40 in the morning, and so is this one. The Australian government and the Himawari. Now these are both the exact same satellite viewing these images from, but somehow they are far different. Now the Himawari, this is the only view we can see, whereas with the Australian government they let us look in visible grayscale. So this is kind of the heat that shows up as the day progresses. And I have checked the sunrise times and they do match up with this image here. You can also see infrared grayscale. thread with Zihar. Zihar is the creator of this imaging technology, I think, and it shows the temperature of clouds. As you can see, in the tropics the temperature is far less. Those red and yellow areas are minus 70 and minus 80 degrees Celsius. I think that's pretty consistent with tropical storms. This is lightning in from the satellite. And we'll be checking this if it does come in the Sydney area, which it's not. It's the north coast of New South Wales at the moment. Back to the official Himawari satellite images. So it's great to compare just the shape of what we're being shown here. Again, look at the western side of Australia. Just so elongated compared to this view from near maps, where you can zoom right in, you can measure one point to another. But another thing I'd like to point out is in near maps it gives you a nice curve. It doesn't show you the curve of the Earth in the picture, but it does in the line that you are measuring, which we never asked for. So we can go from Sydney all the way over to around about there. No, look, won't let me go this way to the left, but it'll let me go right. I didn't want to go that way, I wanted to go across this way. That's interesting. So it's about this point here where it crosses over. Doesn't actually let you. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the different views that we can get from the exact same satellite. Hope you find this interesting and do your own research and study.